Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a question we've been curious about ever since we started growing our Gardyn Home starter pack. What's the difference between kale and Lacinato Kale? Both are in the pack, and we've been loving growing them, but we wanted to explore how they differ and how to use them in the kitchen. Bringing the outdoors in and having fresh greens right at your fingertips is just the best way to do that. So let's get our hands dirty and learn a little bit more about these amazing greens. First up, let's talk about curly kale. You've probably seen it at the grocery store or in salads. It's known for its bright green, curly and frilly leaves. They really bring a little texture and life to a plate. This variety is super versatile and holds up well in salads, smoothies, and even baked kale chips. We love adding some finely chopped curly kale to smoothies for a boost of nutrition. You can barely taste it, but it adds the prettiest pop of green. It's also packed with nutrients like vitamin C, vitamin K, and antioxidants. A true superfood. Now, who wouldn't want that in their garden? Now, let's talk about Lacinato Kale, which is also called dinosaur kale, Tuscan kale, or cavolo nero. Isn't it funny how one plant can have so many names? This variety has dark green, long, flat leaves with a slightly bumpy texture, kind of like dinosaur skin, which is where it gets the nickname. Lacinato kale has been a staple in Italian cooking for centuries, especially in soups and stews. Its flavor is milder and slightly sweeter than curly kale, and the texture is more tender, which makes it great for cooking. This kale adds such depth of flavor to hearty Italian dishes. Spotting the difference. So what's the difference? Well, it's all about looks, taste, and how you use them in the kitchen. Curly kale is easily recognizable with its bright green, frilly leaves, while Lacinato kale has those dark, smooth, and textured leaves that just scream sophistication. When it comes to flavor, curly kale is a bit more earthy and slightly bitter, while Lacinato kale has that milder, sweeter, and less bitter taste. And the texture? Curly kale is the tougher of the two, perfect for raw salads where you want a little crunch, while Lacinato kale is tender and practically melts in your mouth when you cook it. Happy growing with Gardyn Home. We've loved growing both types in our Gardyn Home. They thrive indoors, and we get to enjoy fresh, organic greens all year round. It's like having a little piece of the farmer's market right in your own home. Curly kale grows quickly and is perfect for frequent harvests, while Lacinato kale adds a beautiful touch with its dramatic dark leaves. And it's so fun to cook with both. Having that fresh kale on hand inspires us to cook healthier and try new recipes. It's amazing what a little green can do. Getting green with your greens. So whether you prefer curly kale or Lacinato kale, both are fantastic additions to any indoor garden and your meals. We love experimenting with them in salads, soups, and even kale chips. One favorite is to toss the Lacinato kale with olive oil and sea salt, then roast it until it's nice and crispy. It's such a simple recipe, but it's always a hit. Let us know in the comments which one you prefer or if you have any recipes we should try. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more gardening and cooking adventures. See you in the next video. Well, y'all, I hope you learned a thing or two about these amazing greens. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting out, there's always something new to discover in the garden. And that's what I love so much about it. It's a journey of learning, growing, and creating something beautiful and delicious. From our farmhouse to yours, happy harvesting.